Hi, welcome to Varney Farm in South Windsor, Connecticut. We're a Foodshare partner. We are a non-commercial farm and everything we grow is donated to Foodshare. I'm in systems. I've been supporting the death claim systems at MassMutual since 1984. I'm actually going to hit my 30-year anniversary this fall. We bought our property quite some time ago and found out that for zoning and for tax purposes, we really needed to keep the field that came with our farm. It's about a 4-acre field. We really needed to keep it under cultivation in order to get a farm tax break. My husband worked full-time for IBM at that time, and we really weren't in a position to be farmers ourselves. So we started looking around and loaned the field out to some local farmers who farmed various crops, various degrees of success. We found out, for instance, that tomatoes do not grow well here, but eggplant grows amazingly well. In 2005, the farmer that we had at that time decided to plant almost all eggplant. He had a remarkable year, and he harvested until he was so sick of eggplant that he finally gave up, and he said, call your friends, tell them to come get whatever they want, and then plow it under. I've had enough. So we called everybody we knew, and they came and they picked bushels of eggplant and took it home. We had a friend who worked for a nonprofit agency. He came with his pickup truck and filled it with eggplant, and there was still more. And he recommended that we call Foodshare to see if they could come out and glean the rest of the crop. Foodshare was thrilled. They sent over some members of the Korean Presbyterian Church who came over one evening and in the course of one night picked 2,000 pounds of eggplant that would have gone to waste. It would have been plowed under, and all of that food was able to go to people in need. It was at that point we realized that maybe we wanted to be doing something different with the field.
Foodshare is the regional food bank providing food to almost 400 local programs, soup kitchens and shelters and food pantries throughout the greater Hartford area. And those programs serve about 1 out of 10 of our neighbors who need help with food sometime during the year each year.
All of my volunteer work in the past has been involved with golden retrievers, rescue work for various rescue groups, but Foodshare was there. That's all I knew. The big days, the planting day, this year got postponed because of the weather, but on May 30th we had our big planting day. And we had a lot of volunteers arranged, and they all came, and we planted 1,500 eggplant seedlings, about 1,200 pepper seedlings, and then I have no idea how many thousands of summer squash, zucchini squash, and butternut squash seeds in one day. The planting then continued with volunteers for a few weeks after. We'd add a few rows at a time. That's a big push that day. We have people here pounding in stakes, running lines so that we can plant in straight rows, measuring, and then just getting dirty. I was down here about 8:30. Because there's no way to do this. You either have to crawl on the ground or you have to bend. Probably take a break at some point and then come back down later, because really all this stuff needs to get to the market today. Well, last year was 16,000 pounds. We planted twice as much this year, but it's been such a lousy year that if we get 16,000 pounds, I'll be happy. I have been captain of a Day of Caring volunteer team for several years. Most of the people work in IT. So I don't know what I was thinking 2 years ago when I said, wait a minute, I'm a team captain for Day of Caring. Why am I going to some other agency when my farm needs work? So I contacted Foodshare, who contacted United Way, who contacted MassMutual, and they made a special arrangement for my team to come to the farm. They were all prepared that they were going to get dirty and they were going to get very sweaty. The first year, of course, as I mentioned, our volume was very small. And we really only had a couple of hours of work here to really finish the picking for the season. So following that, we went to the Foodshare depot at the regional farmers market in Hartford and volunteered there doing vegetable sorting.
Sandy's been such a remarkable organizer and spokesperson for the whole project. She not only is out there harvesting, picking crops, and doing that kind of hands-on work in the fields, but she's out talking to groups all the time, signing up volunteers, bringing her own coworkers to come and help with the project there.
You know, every person has a passion in their lives, and you can turn that into volunteer work very easily. Whatever you're really, really interested in, there's a need for that out there somewhere. You just have to find it. You're able to put food on your table. You're able to provide for your family. You're able to provide your pet with veterinary care. We're so fortunate. And you just, as you go through your day-to-day life, you just don't realize how many people, animals, how many opportunities there are out there to help and really do something good.